So today's video is going to be about the importance or significance of tears and crying and how that can actually heal you really quickly. So let's try to stabilize this a little bit. About healing through tears. It's a really interesting phenomena how, if you think about it, every time that somebody cries, they generally feel really good afterwards. So they feel healed, and they feel a sense of peace, you know. And there's a reason behind that. And there's spiritual and physical and mental significance to the act of releasing energy through tears. And what I always say is that tears of sadness will heal, but tears of joy will heal 10 times faster. So about that is that what I like to do as a practice, or at least try to, is to find something that shows me so much beauty in life every day that brings me to tears of joy and tears of love. I feel like that is the absolutely most healing thing or one of the most healing things that you can do in the moment of just experiencing healing. Because what that is it's like a tap into very weird. Sorry, I'm just feeling energies around here. Anyways, so like going back into the tears, basically what you're doing is you're releasing a lot of energy through moving it upward instead of downward, and it's tapping into your heart. So what that is it's an experience of a unitive feeling with everything or your experience that you're having. So like, to give an example, gratitude through tears is actually one of the most amazing things that I've ever experienced. And I have it a lot, where you get to a point where once you start to feel that energy coming up and you feel your heart starting to open up, what'll happen is you just like all of a sudden get this euphoric feeling of tears. And once I feel the first tear drop down, then that kind of like amplifies the entire thing, and it kind of snowballs into this just almost like a practice of just allowing myself to cleanse myself through my tears. And every single time that I do that, or allow myself to do that, or like allow myself to be in that state of being, it feels so good afterwards, and it feels so refreshing and so just revitalizing. It feels like it's something that I'm not sure how it works, because I mean, I am sure in a way, because like what it is it's moving energy upward and then expressing what I think is through the third eye. And like what it is just like, it depends on what it is that you're really like crying about, I guess, because sadness is more of like an opening of the heart and a way to heal through kind of like it's like a release of energy through your heart. But tears of joy is different. It's like that energy moves here and then it moves up into your third eye, and you can feel this whole area expanding as you're letting out this energy, because you can feel that it's basically like dissipating all of this negativity or negative energy that you've held on to for however long that you've been holding on to it for. But I just wanted to really like talk about kind of the significance of crying, and like why I feel that it's one of the most beneficial spiritual practices that I've actually undertaken. And I feel like a lot of people hold themselves away from their feelings, meaning like they don't allow themselves to feel their feelings completely. And I think that brings them a sense of disconnection from themselves, and it kind of causes a separation between you and your feelings, and it makes you feel like you're in control of yourself, but at the same time that control is actually what causes you to build up things that are not in your control. So like you thinking that you have control over your emotions is what causes you to actually build up negative emotions. And when you let go of that need to control your emotions, then let it flow, then that kind of feeling of like all those other feelings that back up on top of that kind of get washed away with the letting go of those emotions. I keep moving a little bit on this cool stair step thing. Just gonna come over here. But yeah, I was just talking about tears and how they're really, really healing. This feels much better. Okay. All right. So another thing is that I've noticed that I find beauty in when I see other people who love people genuinely, not for something that they need to get from themselves or for themselves, but when they love people for the fact of they want to express their love for them. I find that beautiful, and I find that that's one of the easiest ways to latch on to those kind of feelings of existential happiness, is that you allow yourself to feel into other people's love in a way, or like when you look out in the world, you look for the beauty rather than looking for the sadness. And when you look for the beauty, you may not see it immediately, but then there's going to be small glimpses where you just for a couple seconds, you'll start to feel this sense of awe or wonder. And it feels like a breath of fresh air, you know? It feels like and you feel this kind of, it's almost like you know why you're meant to be here in a way. And I find it beautiful to be able to even have that experience. And I just wanted to share about my thoughts about crying, because I know a lot of people kind of take that as a negative thing, when in my mind, every single time that I cry, no matter if it's sadness or happiness, it's a good thing. And it's happy, because like even when I'm crying sad tears, it ends up being happy tears because of how many times I've cried tears of joy. So I cry these tears of joy, and I feel this existential like wonder. And then even when I'm upset or I'm crying sad tears, like as soon as the first tear drops, it turns into joy, because it just reminds me of every other time that I've cried tears of joy. So I just wanted to kind of go into that a little bit, and just allow you guys to experience this nature as well. Have a wonderful day. I'll make another video really quick. Peace.